Hello yogis, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to your practice today. Today we're going to be working with the moon cycle and that natural energy that arises during our moon cycle. So a lot of us experience that time prior to our moon cycle being very emotionally charged. Emotions flow up and down and everything seems much more charged and emotions are stronger and seem a little bit more overwhelming. A lot of us wish that would go away. But what is valuable in that emotional energy is the creativity that arises from that. That sacral chakra flow, that connection to the water element, the sacral chakra, creativity, sensuality, all of those are contained in that emotionally charged energy. So today's practice, we're going to be working with that flow, connecting to it in a practice that is soothing. You can be used during your cycle, not too fast-paced, which we tend to want to slow down a little bit around our cycle. We tend to want to move with a little bit more mindful intention, helping bring maybe a little bit more balance to that emotional energy so we can focus it in creative ways, tapping into that creative energy in the flow. What you will need for this practice is an optional blanket, which I'm sitting on right now. That's just to pad your knees for some of our poses. If your knees are a little bit sensitive or tender, definitely have a beach towel or a blanket folded up that you can use to give yourself a little comfort and padding, because we will be spending a little bit of time on our knees. And a block. If you don't have a block, a stack of books or a book collection can be used, or even taking that blanket or towel and rolling it up or folding it up can be used for our pose toward the end. So just starting here, palms facing down or up, whatever feels intuitive for you. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Legs crossed, what we call Sukhasana or easy seated pose. Connecting to the breath. Our breath often tells us quite a bit about our emotions, what may be going on in the swirl of energy in there. And starting to soften and soothe that breath, noticing it, becoming aware of it, can help us bring more balance to it so we can tap into that creative flow. So feel yourself connecting to your sacral chakra, that creative source, the element of water, our sense of sensuality, and feel the breath as a little indicative of that natural flow. And with your gaze soft or your eyes closed, start to make some circles, keeping your hands on your knees, just circle round through the hips. We often call this stirring the pot or hip circles. I'm just going to go 10 times each direction. Don't worry about counting too much. Just go where you feel the natural flow is. Nice and slow. We're in no rush here. We're slowing everything down. When you feel like you've reached about 10, go ahead and switch directions. And your hip circles may feel or look very different than mine. That's okay. Just a couple more. And then coming back to center, we're going to take a little forward fold. So inhale, sweep hands all the way up. Reach up nice and tall, and then exhale, walk your hands and fold forward. You can take your hands out to the side if that feels good. Sink into your breath. Maybe sink a little bit further. Keeping in mind that the body is a little bit more open during the moon cycle. Lots of hormones flooding the body. Inhale, come back up to center. We're going to uncross those legs and cross them the opposite way. Find a little balance here. This may feel very strange to you be on this side, but that's okay. Reach up nice and tall. Exhale, fold. You can take those hands wide. Adjust your feet. Settle into the fold. One more nice deep inhale and exhale. Walk those hands back in and come back up to center. We're going to come onto hands and knees. This is where you might want to take that blanket. Set it up where you get a nice big padded space for your knees. Come on to hands and knees. I'm just going to start to flow a little bit here too. So inhaling, cow tilt. Exhale, cat arch. And then we're going to go a little off track. So inhaling, taking the body over to the left, circling around, exhaling over to the right. Just moving with the breath, however feels good for you. Just loosening up those spaces. We can also feel very tense during our moon cycle. Letting the body move. And then changing directions halfway through, switching the breath. Doing a little cat-cow flow here. And coming back to center. Cow tilt. Cat arch. One more inhale, cow tilt. And exhale, cat arch. And then go ahead and come down onto the floor. So lowering your hips maybe down to that blanket if you have the blanket underneath. Hands underneath the shoulders. Walk those hands back. Feet pressed to the floor. Inhale, up and back. Little baby cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. One more inhale. Up and back. Exhale, down. Back onto our hands and knees. So we're going to take that left leg out in front of us, turn that right leg back around and come into warrior two with the feet in a little different position. Some more grounding pose here. Stretch out through the fingertips, 5 deep breaths. Using that right leg as a little kickstand. Feel the opening in the inner thigh of that left leg. And then we're going to reach up and back, do a little flow here. Up and back, reverse, and then exhale, side angle. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, side angle, sweeping over. Inhale, up and back. Side angle. Inhale, reverse. And side angle. One more, inhale, reverse. And side angle. Come back to warrior two. Stretch out through the fingertips. Look down those left fingertips. And then turn yourself around. Come back into our tabletop. Back down onto the floor. Little cobras. Maybe they're a little bit lower. And then pressing back. Switching sides, this time taking that right leg out in front, left leg kicks back as a kickstand. Arms out to the side, warrior two. Stretch out through the fingertips. Look over your right fingertips. Nice deep breaths. And then coming into our flow, reverse warrior, reaching that right arm up and back. Exhale, taking it down to the knees, side angle pose, left arm sweeps up and over. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Taking your time here. Reverse. Side angle. And last one, reverse. Side angle. And then back to our warrior two. Look out over those right fingertips. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then taking those hands down around in front of you, coming back to your tabletop. Lowering all the way down to the floor. This time turning and looking over your right shoulder a little bit. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra, over the left shoulder a little bit. Down, and then straight up the center. Cobra. Exhale down. Press back into tabletop. Here again, taking that left leg out in front of us. Coming back into our warrior two. Stretching out through the fingertips, long fingers. And we're going to turn the palms to face forward as you're facing your body forward toward the right. You're going to sweep that right arm around, touch the left palm and sweep down the arm in archer's pose. Little twist here. Bring that back around, touching palms, sweeping it down the left arm, opening up the chest, looking back behind you. 5 of these, so 3 more. 3. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, sweep across the body. Last one, inhale, sweep down. Reach back, reach up and back, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Stretch the fingertips. And then come down. Walk your hands to the inside and walk that left foot over to the left. You can come onto the outside edge for gecko pose. So lifting up, starting with your fingertips here and then lowering wherever you want to go. You could come down to forearms, elbows, hands, fingertips. Four more deep breaths. And slowly bring that foot flat, step it back into tabletop position. And then we're going to switch, taking that right leg out in front, turn that left leg back behind, back into our warrior two. Little prop of that left leg, arms out to the side, reaching out through the fingertips. Palms are going to face out, this time toward the left. You're going to sweep that left hand around, touch the right palm and sweep it down the right arm and across the chest. Look back behind you. Inhale, palms together. Sweeping back, exhale. Inhale, sweep around. Exhale. 2 more at your own breath pace, moving slowly. Back into our warrior two. Reach up and back, reverse. And then side angle. Hold here a little bit. Left arm up and over, stretch the fingertips. Couple of breaths. Back to warrior two. And then take those hands to the inside of your right leg. Twist that left leg back around behind. Come into the outside edge of the right foot. And come down into gecko pose. Palms to the floor, elbows, forearms. Every side is different, so adjust accordingly. 5 deep breaths. Maybe coming up a little bit and then allowing your hips and chest and heart to sink. Nice, deep, full, rich breaths. Ujjayi breath if you enjoy that breath. So making it sound a little bit like Darth Vader on your inhale and exhale. like you're fogging up a window. Then bringing that right foot flat and then stepping that foot back into tabletop. And taking big toes together, knees wide, shifting back into child's pose. Taking those knees as wide as you feel comfortable. And if you get back here and you want to take them a little bit wider, go ahead and take them as wide as you want. Lifting up on the fingertips, lengthening and then softening down. Lift up lightly, fingertips, and then press back, lower one more time, keeping those fingertips tented. And then lifting up, walking those hands back in towards yourself. Bringing those knees together, sitting back on your heels. Now, if this is a lot, you can always keep those feet on the blanket or you can keep it on a block. Sometimes it's better to sit back and have the feet hanging over the edge. Take a little side stretch here. So inhale, sweep arms up, reach up super tall. You're going to exhale that right hand over to the right. Left hand is going to reach up and over. Inhale back to center, little flow here. Exhale over to the left, couple of breaths. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right again. This time we're going to take that left hand down, touch that right elbow, sweep back up, look up at the left hand, palm back down, tap the hand or elbow, back up. Two more here. Little opening in the side body, sideways, lower back. And then come back up to center, switching sides. Left hand down, reach up and over. Here, taking that right hand, tap the inside of the left arm, sweep back up, look up. Three more, nice and slow movements here. Back up to center, reach up super tall. And then exhale, hands around behind you. Interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Tuck the chin to the chest, lift the heart. Then coming back to center. So we're going to go ahead and come down onto our backs. You can take that blanket off to the side. Have your block nearby. Come all the way down. Take a little adjustment here. Lift your hips, take that block, and take it right underneath the sacrum on the lowest setting. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath. It's a very supportive bridge pose here. Palms can be face up or face down alongside your hips. You can walk your feet a little bit wider. If this doesn't feel good, you can always just stay in this position on the floor, back flat to the floor. Let your hips get super heavy. No effort here, just the weight of the hips on the block. One more deep inhale and exhale. Maybe exhaling through your mouth. Pressing through your feet, gently lifting your hips. Take that block off to the side. Slowly lower the back all the way down. Walk the feet a little closer together. You're going to take that right leg, cross it over the left, and bring those knees into the chest for a supine cow face pose, supine Gomukhasana. Pull those knees in, either using the hands on the knees or ankles or feet, whatever feels best for you. Remember to keep that belly breath, nice, deep, rich breath. Ujjayi breath if you would like. One more inhale and exhale, maybe pulling those knees in a little bit closer. Without uncrossing the legs, drop those feet down. You're going to take the arms out to the side, shift the hips a little bit over to the right, drop those knees over to the left. Here you can choose to look over your right shoulder for this twist. 8 deep breaths here. Nice deep breaths into the belly, chest, collarbones, letting everything unwind, and let gravity take your leg where it wants to go. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Your shoulder doesn't have to touch the floor. Give it a little time to unwind and open up. Two more deep breaths. Nice, full, rich belly breath. Exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Bring those knees back through center. Unwind those feet. We're going to switch sides. So cross that left leg over right. Pull those knees into your chest. Use your biceps and triceps to give you a little more leverage here. Grab what you can on whatever leg you can. Let your belly get soft. Let your breath be full and rich. Ujjayi breath if that feels comfortable for you. Just 2 more deep breaths. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, don't unwind the legs, drop the feet down to the floor, arms out to the side. Shift your hips a little bit over, this time to the left. Drop those knees over to the right. Here you can turn and look over your left shoulder or look straight up. Let gravity pull those knees where it wants to go. Don't worry about how crossed your legs are if they start to uncross a little bit. That's okay. Just a couple more breaths here. Gently come back through center, unwind those legs. Bring the bottoms of the feet together and let the knees fall open wide. You can take hands to your pelvis or that lower space of your belly. Breathe into this space right around the navel. And let it empty out. Starting a little breath count here. You're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 4, and then we're going to start to extend that exhale out a little bit longer. So inhale nice and deep. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull the belly back just a little bit. Expel that last bit of air. Hold out. And then take a nice deep inhale and exhale through your mouth. Maybe you rock your knees a little bit side to side, shifting the pelvis side to side. Or maybe you're very still. Sometimes I like movement. Sometimes I like stillness. Well, it depends on where in my moon cycle I am or how I'm feeling. Taking 2 more deep breaths. And then slowly starting to slide one leg and the other out. Heels to the corners of the mat. Go as wide as you want if that feels good for you. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Palms wherever you want them, to the belly, to the heart, alongside the hips. Settle in for Shavasana. Maybe rocking your head side to side a time or two. And then coming back to center. So we've gone through this practice. We've worked through the space of the sacral chakra, the hips, the legs, the lower back. Using the flow as sort of a guide for our breath and for movement. Helping us connect to that emotional energy as a creative output. Whatever your creative direction is, whether it to be sing or dance or write or paint or bake or garden or draw or decorate, whatever it is. This is that time where the energy is at its peak and those emotions are so charged, and you can focus that emotional energy into your creative outlets. Two more deep breaths. Now, if you can stay here longer, I recommend staying here as long as you possibly can, maybe settling in for a short rest or a short nap. But if this is all the time you have, begin to move those heels a little bit closer together. Take those arms up overhead, stretch the fingertips, stretch the toes, make yourself long. And then go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. Bring your nose to your knees, knees to your nose. And then gently roll over to your right side. Slowly press yourself back up. Come into whatever seated position you like best. Palms face up or face down onto your lap. On an inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Reaching up super tall, gathering all the energy, opening your eyes, palms to the top. Exhale, down through thumb touching forehead, thumb touching heart space. Peace and namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope this helps you connect to that emotional energy and use it in your creative outlets to be more creative and feel inspired during this moon cycle, instead of wanting to push those emotional energies away, making use of what they are at the time and connecting to that flow in the sacral chakra. If you would like to see more classes like this and join me for many more classes with emphasis on lunar flows, as well as elemental yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga, and so much more. Check out theyogaranger.vhx.tv. It is a member site with a 7-day free trial, so you can try it absolutely free for 7 days. Take a look around, see if there are things there that work for really helping nourish your practice and deepen your experience of yoga as a whole. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I am open to your comments and suggestions in any way, shape, or form. You can email me directly or reach me through Facebook, Instagram, and or here on YouTube. Have a great day.